With this team, I will try to push for a legend for the third time this season, because the last few days I got back about 300 elo in total using this exact team, and of course this is why I recommend this line to you. Double Dragon for the win, and without any further ado now, cue the intro. Time to start off the battles, and let's see what we have going on, because Pylos 1 is gonna be kind of a code breaker for our team, especially if they have Stone Edge. So with that in mind now, we're just gonna keep going at it with our Sileo, since they want to reveal their Star Dragonite pretty early into this battle. Aqua Tail is coming up, we can definitely survive this one. I don't know what they were thinking here, and right after we can easily farm down with those moves. Aqua Tail now from our side to theirs is gonna be much more efficient than theirs, so now we can have the upper hand with Sileo coming into the battle. Able to outspeed here as well to the charge attack. Perhaps my opponent was not expecting us to reach the move that early, and now they will back out, so that is gonna be kind of a funny battle to start off the video, but still I believe that they totally miscalculated some things on this one. Into the next fight now, and we're having Hakamo up in front, followed up by a Sileo on the switch, but first they charged up to at least one Dragon Claw worth of energy, which means that we might be in a pickle, especially when shields are down towards the end game. So another Sileo now that popped up into the game. I'm just gonna try to catch the Body Slam on my Dragonair, but instead my opponent here knows much more than I do about this matchup, so they definitely want to go ahead, over farm, then throw that Aurora Beam, and of course right after we block, they're gonna throw one more Body Slam before going down. Unfortunately for us over here, Hakamo returns and can easily farm down in the process, dealing super effective damage with that Brick Break as well. Able to catch here my Body Slam on the Vigoroth, so it all depends now on if we can win some CMPs along the way. Now that Vigoroth can reach to the Body Slam, I know that I can take at least one on my Pokemon, while I can push for that shield advantage. If they block here, I can absolutely block the next move, and right after we can somehow farm down right on the clutch point. Down goes Vigoroth, and now we have the Dragon Claw on the CMP. We managed to get the higher attack stat, which is absolutely neat, and we can get that victory for our team. Into the next battle now with the Vigoroth up in front this time, and of course Vigoroth is gonna be kind of the worst ones that you can get with the Sileo up on the lead. So now Togetic comes into the battle to follow our switch to that Dragonair, and obviously this is our main plan with this exact team. You need to aggressively switch in there with your Dragonair, draw out either Togetic or that Golbat, so that your Hakamo will have mostly the best outcome that it can towards the end game, because not everyone is gonna like the rods against your Sileo with their flyer, so most likely they're gonna throw it to your Dragonair, and at the same time you keep hidden your second Dragon type, which is pretty neat. Now Dragon Claw will connect to the Golbat for big time damage, so my opponent here not only had Togetic but also that Golbat getting severely hard countered, but still those Dragon Tails are gonna add up in damage in combination with the Shadow debuff that they have on their defense, so we can absolutely farm down. Now this Vigoroth will reach to their Body Slam, and it's time for our Sileo to come into the battle, block whatever they throw here, we don't care at all, and still reach now to the clutch Aurora Beam for the knockout against the king of the meta. Into the next battle now, trainers, and we're facing up in front a Dragonair. Obviously this is gonna look kinda good for us, but still under shielding Shadow Dragonair can provide so much pressure to a lot of its counters, and Sileo is none other than that. So I'm just gonna respect their damage in return with the Body Slam, and right after I will try to charge up back to that Body Slam and then respond to that Vigoroth with my Hakamo. Obviously here you can also go in there with your blue Strawberry with your Dragonair and still have the upper hand, but I decide to sacrifice here Hakamo because I have a feeling that if they have something like a Golbat at the back, perhaps I will need my Dragonair for the end game more than my Hakamo. So they return to the battle here with a Dragonair of their own. We managed to farm down, and guess what? They have a Charjabug. So if I had the Charjabug aligned to my Hakamo, perhaps things could have been much easier for me, live for sure. And as you can see here, they have the X-Scissor, which we can survive but still reach to the clutch Body Slam. So I totally misread my opponent's line here, but still we managed to somehow do the lethal combo here with a double Body Slam between our two Pokemon, one from the Sileo, one from the Dragonair, and still grab this victory for our team. So Silo against the world, against a Charjabug this time, and I believe that we are not gonna appreciate this at all. On the Switch we are also meeting up with a very bad one for our team, and now Body Slam has to do all the heavy work. I know that I can survive one move, but eventually they will farm down. And do they have Steel Wing here? Yes they do, absolutely awesome. Did you check my video using Steel Wing? This Pokemon is pretty good, I mean Togetic with Steel Wing. So anyways, almost there to another Body Slam, and those IVs I have are not gonna be quite enough to finish off that Togetic with style, and right after they can easily reach here to a double Ancient Power to do massive work against my Sileo. Now it all depends on what they might be having at the back. Because they're returning here to the battle with Charjabug, I can take pretty much whatever they throw and still rely on the heavy energy gain that I can get from those Dragon Tails. At the back though, at the very end, they have a Sileo of their own, so all of a sudden I do not have a win condition at all. This Pokemon can wall me down because Brick Break can do a lot of damage, but still not enough because it is not the best fighting move around, okay? You can absolutely ignore it sometimes and still go for those Dragon Claws. Absolutely bad for any battle out there, that Brick Break, yeah. Anyways, heading now into the next battle, our Sileo paired up against this Piloswine, and of course we can start pushing with those back-to-back Body Slams. This opponent doesn't have Stone Edge, just a high horsepower, and I know that up against a non-Shadow Piloswine, my Sileo can still provide a lot of pressure even by tanking a whole Stone Edge. It can survive with a little bit of HP, which can still be kinda clutch towards the end game. So anyways, let's see now what we have going on, because my opponent is gonna use a Crocalor, which is another fun Pokemon, a very entertaining one that you can totally use on that evolution cap. My opponent will finish off eventually my Dragonair, but as you can see here, by blocking the next move, which can be absolutely fatal, being double super effective to my typings, we're just gonna have not the upper hand, but still we can provide a lot of pressure on their end. Now Piloswine with the Avalanche, we can farm down right after with the Dragon Claws, with the Dragon Tails, excuse me, and a couple of Dragon Claws later we can hope for the best on that individual battle. My opponent here makes a crucial mistake, going for the Poison Fang, and we can still reach to another Dragon Claw, and this time it will be the last one for this battle because Hakamo all of a sudden gets that victory for us. Into the next battle and the final one, trainers, for this video, up against another Piloswine. I have already told you that Piloswine is a core breaker for this team, and here is why. That Stone Edge is absolutely devastating, able to snipe me down in the process as well with that Charjabug. I was not careful at all, and right after we got the Hakamo coming in pretty clutch, able to completely hold down that Pokemon. I really enjoy this team because it can provide so much neutral pressure against anything that it will face. That's why I recommend it to you, and Charjabug is a Pokemon that we are mainly not afraid of with our backline, so the backline can also protect Sileo from that threat. Now double Brick Break is coming up, able to drop that Piloswine super low, and this time we will be the ones to destroy them down with a snipe, and right after we can see that they have a Shadow Golbat waiting at the very end. All we have to do at this point is to take advantage of our double shields here, and of course since they have only one shield, by charging up to two of those Body Slams we can absolutely go with back to back, one for the shield, one for the knockout, and that is gonna wrap things up for today's content. Thank you for watching, trainers, and for staying till the end. Just be sure to leave a like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you are new to my content, and over here I have 2 videos for you to check out. Feel free to check them out, and I will catch you up later into the next one.